Hi students, we are discussing this reproduction units. It's very long lesson. In last class, we discussed about like flowers, like female gametophytes and seed germination. Those are very important. And today class, we are going to discuss about cell division and the continuation of life. Cell division and continuation of life. Continuation of life. There are so many scientists, they have given their theories. Just you have to write their names and what theory they give. There are so many scientists, they are starting doing experiment on the animals. We don't know what is mitosis, what is meiosis process, what is mitosis process. We don't know how the characters are transforming from one generation to another generation, from parents to the offsprings. How this reproduction is taking place. There are so many things we have to discuss about this. Life is very different to understand. The first one scientist is Virchow. What is the statement of this? Virchow. The one who proponent of cell theory, the one who written the cell theory, proponent of cell theory, he said omnis cellulose and these cellulose. Omnis cellula and these cellula. What is this omnis cellula and these cellula? Every cell arises from the pre-existing cell. Every cell arises from the pre-existing cell. The statement is given by this Virchow, Rudolf von Virchow. Rudolf von Virchow. I think 9th class you heard this name. Rudolf von Virchow. Every cell arises from the pre-existing cell. Prati cell vidana munduna cell nunchi puttukoni vastund. For example, RBC lifespan is 120 days. After 120 days, this RBC will be destroyed. From the destroyed RBC cell, the new cells are arises from the pre-existing cell. So, is a Virchow. And the next one is Robert Remak. What is this Robert Remak statement? He published his observation on a cell division. The first scientist, he published his observation on cell division. How cell is dividing. How cell is dividing. He published his observation on the embryos. Once fusion takes place, fusion of male gametes and female gamete, zygote is formed. The zygote will be developed into embryos. In the embryo, what happens? Division will take place. Observation of division on the embryos. When the division will take place in embryos, it will be divided to, will become 4 cells, 4 cells will become 8 cells, 8 cells will become 16 cells. How it will be divided? He given the statement, he observed, he did experiments on this Robert Remak on cell and division. So like first attempt, the first attempt mechanism on cell division. The first scientist, the one who did the first attempt on the cell division is called as Robert Remak. Robert Remak. Next scientist, Walter Fleming. Walter Fleming. When you take embryo and you take a cell, in the cell it have a particular shape. You can see the fluid is present in the cell. There is a cytoplasm inside the cell, the center of the cell. There is a dark colored dot-like structure is there. The dark colored structure is called as nucleus. So he observed a string-like structure is present in this nucleus, which one will be split into a longitudinal. The structure will be split into a longitudinal, during a cell division. When cell division is taking place, this nucleus, there is a thread-like structure, like a string-like structure, and this structure is present in the nucleus. This thread-like, string-like structures will be divided longitudinally during a cell division. So he don't know their names, but after decades, after 10 years, he given a name is called as chromosomes. Chromosomes. Nucleus having a chromosomes. When the cell division will take place in the cell, when this nucleus is dividing, these chromosomes are divided like a longitudinally. We will discuss in next class detailing about this mitosis process and meiosis process. How the mitosis process cell will be divided, we will discuss in detailing. So the one that framing, the one who explained the string-like structures in the nucleus, the split like a longitudinally during cell division, those are nothing but chromosomes. In mitosis process, this fine thread-like structures will be divided like longitudinally. Chromosomes is discovered by Walter Fleming. Even in one more scientist, they are like Gregor Mendel. Gregor Mendel also, he observed chromosomes in pea plants. We discussed in 8th lesson, that is heredity. It's a very, very important lesson. Heredity we will discuss. Every matter is talking about this Gregor Mendel in heredity 8 lessons. How the characters are passing from one generation to another generation. How these characters are passing from father to parents, we will discuss in 8th lesson. That is heredity. Gregor Mendel, the one who did the experiment on the pea plants, 1000 varieties of pea plants he observed very carefully. The next scientist is August Weismann. He is also a famous scientist. In the biological process, he gave a two statement on this, like how the cell division and continuation of the life. The one is in a successive generations, all individuals of the same species have same number of chromosomes. Same number of chromosomes. In a successive generations, individuals of the same species have same number of chromosomes. Same species have same number of chromosomes. In a successive generations, chromosomes always remain same. Chromosomes always remains same. We will discuss this also in 8th lesson. Chromosomes always remain same. Chromosomes always remains same. 23 pairs of chromosomes is present in human beings. Sperms contain 23 pairs of chromosomes. Ovum also contains 23 pairs of chromosomes. In a successive generations, individuals of the same species have same number of chromosomes. Father having 23 pairs of chromosomes, mother also having 23 pairs of chromosomes. Child also having the 23 pairs of chromosomes. In successive generation, if this generation is going to success, they have to remain same chromosomes. So this is been discussed in 8th lesson. It is very, very interesting. How father have same chromosome, how mother have same chromosomes. The baby, how the baby, the born baby is going to get same number of chromosomes. when fission takes place from the sperms and the ovum, when the chromosomes are getting from 23 pairs and 23 pairs, it should be 46 pairs. But how it is becoming equal chromosomes in father and mother and the son? It's very interesting lesson we discussed it. Interesting. August Vations set a statement that is, in a successive generations of individuals of the same species have the same number of chromosomes. In a successive generation, chromosomes always remains constant. Constant. In this first generation you have 23 pairs, next generation you have 24. No. Chromosomes always remains constant. This is the principle of August Weishman. The last one is Theodore Boveri. Theodore Boveri, the one who did the mitosis process, the one who explained the mitosis process. How? See what happens. This is the sperm and this is the egg. What happens? Fission takes place. Zygote form. Sperm contains single nucleus. Ovum also contains single nucleus. When fertilization takes place, fission of sperm and ovum, zygote form, the zygote having two nucleus. The combination of sperms and the ovum become fused is going to form two nucleus. Haploid is going to form diploid. It's having a zygote. It's called zygote. The zygote will develop into embryo. So what happens? Mitosis process will take place in this embryo. What is mitosis process? One cell will be divided into two cells. So this will be divided into two cells. Again, mitosis process will take place. We will divide into four cells. Again, mitosis process will take place. Divide into 8 cells. Again, mitosis process will divide and take place in 16 cells. So, the mitosis process is explained by Theodore Boveri. Once the division is stopped, the mitosis process is stopped. What happens? Look at your textbook, page number 133. Bone is formed, muscles, blood vessels. Like there are different types of like skin, nerves, glands. Other cells is formed. This is about the mitosis. How this body is made. Fission of sperm and ovum. Zygote form, develop into embryo in mother womb. In 9 months, this baby is formed. The dart, the liquid structure of the sperm and the ovum fission takes place. Zygote formed, developed into embryo. When embryo developing, mitosis process takes place. Due to this mitosis process, cell will be divided. One cell become 2, 2 become 4, 4 become 8, 8 become 16. Once the mitosis process is stopped, all the body organs is formed. Bones formed, skin formed, muscles formed, nerves formed, glands formed, brain formed. Everything is formed because of this mitosis process. Virchow, Robert Riemann, Walter Fleming, Gregor Mendel, August Weishman, Theodore Boveri. Last one is Watson and Crick. James Watson, Francis Crick, the one who discovered DNA. Deoxyribose nucleic acid. Deoxyribose nucleic acid. DNA. Where this DNA is present in the cell, in the nucleus. In the nucleus, chromosomes is these chromosomes having DNA. They having like a nichana step case, like they have like the structure is different. They have double helix structures. DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. Who discovered DNA? Watson, James Watson and Francis Crick. They got Nobel Prize also. So due to this DNA, they are carrying information. They are inherited. They carry lessons from parents to the offspring. How you are getting same structure from your fathers, from your mothers? Because in the nucleus, chromosomes, these DNAs are carrying the information from father to the offspring, from one generation to the another generation. That's why the chromosomes always remain same. The chromosomes number, they have same number of chromosomes in successive generation of individual of the same species. Statement given by Augustine Vaishnav. So one of the scientists, they said a different statements. Virchow, Robert Riemann, Walter Fleming, Gregor Mendel, August Weismann, Theodore Boveri, Watson and Crick. What they discovered. So today homework is simple, and next lesson, next topic we'll discuss. Very, very important. So that is cell division in human beings, cell cycles, different stages of the mitotic cell divisions. Close. Today homework, we write only cell division of the continuation of life. Cell division of continuation of life. Write the names and what they did, what they discovered, where they did experiment on which parts, particular parts. Today homework. Okay. Thank you, students.